Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. I am your host Mirona Snaka and this is my channel Beloved Grace. And on this week's episode, I am going to be doing a life update. Yes, what have I been up to? What's going on in my life? And this week we're going to dive deep into what it looks like to be an international student in the US. To kind of give you guys, a little sneak peek to what is going on in my life and what the next few months kind of potentially hold for me as far as me living in the US or not. Yes, you have heard it correctly. I'm not sure if I will be in the US longer than I thought. Let me rewind and catch you up. So I've mentioned before that I am from Ethiopia, right? Meaning I am on a student visa. I came to this country on an education visa as a student to get higher ed. Went to high school, went to undergrad, got my master's, and now I am working. What happened? The US allows you to have a work permit that allows you to work for 3 years. But it's a work permit, meaning it's a limited amount of time that allows you to use your degree and have a work experience. But this year, my work permit will expire this summer. But I've grown up here. I want to stay here. I feel like this is home. And so obviously it's like I'm caught in this between places of where like I have grown up back home to know the culture and to miss and love my people. But at the same time, my prime years of like adulthood was spent in the US. And so I am that person in between places where home is in different locations for me. It doesn't mean one is better than the other. It's just both in my circumstances. And so now I'm in a place where we are like applying for a work visa that allows me to continue to stay in the country and have a longer status in the US, but that is a lottery system, meaning applications are turned in every year and then they have a number of amount of people that they're applying every year, and then your name will be drawn randomly, and then if you're selected, you're selected. If that is not selected, I have two options. I'm looking at is potentially going home and figuring out what I want to do and regroup, or I can go back to school. But that is not an option for me because one, as an international student, I have to take out a loan. Apply for a scholarship if a PhD program allows me to have it, do research and all of that. I've tried that, done that, got the t-shirt. That is not the way I want to go, because the PhD that I would be required to get will be in engineering, and I am done getting engineering degrees. And so I can understand getting like an MDiv or master's in divinity, whatever the case may be, but I'm not allowed to get a degree outside of my field. Hence, I'm not willing to put myself into a student loan debt that is private with high interest just because I need to stay in the country. And I don't think that's smart or financially wise to do any of that. So two options: I may be selected to get my work visa this year, or I might be going home this fall. What I wanted to leave you guys with is with the sense of peace that I have over my situation. There's a lot of things that's going on that makes me worry, that makes me wonder. There's so much uncertainty, there's so much unknown in my life currently. But one thing that keeps me going is the fact that I know the Lord is faithful. And that has been through and through in my life. I have seen the hand of God too many times for me to figure out like the next stage of my life, the next season is not taken care of, right? And one of the things that I want to emphasize is that like there are prayers that we pray and that we ask God for situations to be solved, but the way how He wants to answer them and the way that He wants to redirect us is not for ours to decide. It is for Him to decide. And so I was telling my friends, the plans of God have always been impeccable. The agenda that He has over my life are effortless. I could not have planned the life I have right now and the life that I will have in the future. And so I'm sitting here wanting to update you guys and feeling maybe it's a somber situation because I'm caught in this in-between space of just like, where is home for me? And then I question that. And I will also link below the devotional that I wrote for this last week. And it's titled Jesus is Home. And that is something that I'm becoming aware of, something that I'm like actually meditating and trying to figure out, okay, if Jesus is home, then does my physical location matter, right? I've moved enough to know that wherever I have moved to the cities, I've lived in the places I've seen, and the people that I've gotten to know and love are just God given, right? I've been blessed with community like no other. And so I expect nothing less of the next move, right? But whatever the case may be, I know I am moving into freedom, meaning there are plans for sure that we want, but the Lord's plan prevail. When that happens, I've seen it in grad school, where I felt like I was losing every single thing, including my mind. And when I was like failing classes, being on academic probation, and eventually lost my scholarship, and got like out of nowhere, my friend decided that he wanted to co-sign for my loan and was able to finish out that year. It was God's hand through and through, because the very thing that I didn't want to do, I was pursuing, like a PhD program, right? Hence what I just mentioned. Like, I don't want a PhD program because I know that's not what God has for me. Not in engineering anyways. So, but I know I was pursuing something that is not of God. That wasn't the will of God for me. But I was just like, this is my goal. I need to accomplish it. I've started it. I'm going to finish. Whatever the case may be, it's just your pride and ego comes in, and it's like, it feels great to be called Dr. Miron, whatever the case might be. But as an achiever, I was just that, wanting to achieve, wanting to accomplish, because I was not fully understanding my potential without any of those, my identity without any of these titles attached to me. And so I think what now I struggle with pretty much is just relinquishing control of who I think I am, or the type of life I deserve to have, right? And where I choose to live, and what kind of community I want to immerse myself in. And I have done everything that I can, and there's nothing I can do that is legal and acceptable and honoring to the Lord for me to conjure up this work visa to stay longer because I want to, right? So whatever God decides to do, literally is not in my hands, because I know as a planner, your girl will be planning and having A, B, C, and D mentally ready. So whenever the next move is, I will pivot in my own comfort zone. But the Lord knows, and literally my hands are tied, and I can't do anything but wait on the Lord. And so this is a season of just like, Lord, I'm trusting you in whatever direction you're going to lead me to. But wherever I'm going, there's going to be peace, there's going to be grace, and there's going to be provision. Because this is a pivot season. This is, if he chooses to move me back home, that was something that I've been praying about. I've missed my family, and I've wanted to see them. If that happens, oh well, right? It's not in a way that I've planned to go home, but if that's the case, hey, the Lord is going to have to provide, right? And if I got the visa and I'm staying, I'm still going to go home and visit my family and come back. But I don't want to stay in the same way anymore, right? I now want to pursue the things that I've always wanted to pursue, because I was held maybe by, by my status and like my limited opportunities to do the things that I want to do, because I'm not a long stay or a legal resident, whatever the case might be, because I don't have the same privileges as a citizen. I mean, rightfully so. So that was one of the things that I am going through right now. If you ever think of me, just pray for me that I continue to trust the Lord. I continue to wait on him. And I can't wait to update you guys with what's going on, because in April, I'll find out if my work visa is going to be selected or not. So once I hear from that, the planning begins. Do I continue to, live here, or do I prepare to pack up and go home and continue to do my YouTube and figure out what the Lord has to do with me? So I love you guys, and I hope this kind of encourages you. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. I'm on Instagram, right? DM me any of your questions or leave them below in the comment, and I will make sure to address any of the comments that you have. But I pray and I pray and I pray that you are encouraged in this season, that you honor the time that you are in, and just wait on the Lord, whatever the thing is, okay? Thank you. Bye.